Sul Domine, dona eis requiem. Pie Sul Domine, dona eis requiem.
A witch! A witch! We found a witch! Burn her! Burn her! We found a witch! We found a witch! We found a witch! May we burn her? Burn her! Burn her!
Burn the witch!
How do you know she is a witch? She looks like one! Yeah, right, yeah! Bring her forward. I'm not a witch, but you are dressed as one. They dressed me up like this. Oh, no, we didn't. No. This isn't my nose. It's a false one. Well, we did do the nose. The nose? And the hat. But she is a witch. Yeah, burn her. Yeah, burn her. Did you dress her up like this? No. Yes, a bit. But she has got a wart. What makes you think she is a witch? Well, she turned me into a newt. A newt? I got better. Burn her! Quiet! There are ways of telling whether she is a witch. Are there? Oh, well, tell us what are they? Do they hurt? Tell me. What do you do with witches? Burn them! And what do you do burn apart from witches? More witches! Shh! Wood. So why do witches burn? Because they're made of wood? Good! Yes.
Nice
So, how do we tell whether she is made of wood? Build a bridge out of her! Ah, but can you not also make bridges out of stone? Oh, yeah. Oh, true,
That's
yeah.
right.
Does wood sink in water? No, it floats! Throw her into the pond! Throw her into the pond! No. What else floats in water? Bread. Apples, very small rocks, cider, gravy, cherries, mud, churches, lead, a duck. Exactly. So, logically, if she weighs the same as a duck, she's made of wood. And therefore, a witch! Here is a duck, use this duck. Very good, we shall use my larger scales. Yeah, burn the witch. Right, remove the supports. A witch! It's a fair cop. Burn her! Who are you who are so wise in the ways of science?
I am Arthur, King of the Britons.
My liege.
Good Sir Knight, will you come with me to Camelot and join us at the Round Table?
My liege, I would be honored.
What is your name? Bedivere, my liege. Then I dub you Sir Bedivere, Knight of the Round Table. The wise Sir Bedivere was the first to join King Arthur's knights, but other illustrious names were soon to follow. Sir Lancelot the Brave, Sir Galahad the Pure, and Sir Robin, the not quite so brave as Sir Lancelot, who had nearly fought the dragon of Angor, who had nearly stood up to the vicious chicken of Bristol, and who had personally wet himself at the Battle of Baden Hill, and the aptly named Sir not appearing in this film. Together they formed a band whose names and deeds were to be retold throughout the centuries, the Knights of the Round Table.
Good heavens. That was long.
So for that one, you're going to add like circus music, right?
Oh my gosh. Well, if you do not know where that quote is from, you need to go watch this movie to figure out what the heck was going on, because that's a lot to take in.
Currently streaming on the Netflix.
That is Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
The holiest of grails.
Yes.
A grail!
The Grail. You need to add the grr. Anyways, welcome back to yet another episode of Bump That, episode 73. If you guys don't know who we are, we've got Brian in this corner.
Me!
We've got KT in this corner.
'Tis but a flesh wound.
And I'm Ileana, your host, and we are siblings who have a love for nerdy things, movies, TV shows, video games, everything of that sort, and decided to share it on the internet with all of you people, and here you are listening. So welcome! First, before we get started into everything, if you listen to our podcast and you are not subscribed, we would love to have you subscribe. Become part of the family. You will become one of the siblings. You're one of my siblings.
Yes, I love that. You'll become one of the siblings.
You will be
we'll
a
make that a
sibling.
thing.
So yes, become a sibling, join, subscribe. If you also like to listen to our videos, actually like the video. It helps us out a ton. So thank you guys so much for listening. We're doing amazing. I love this podcast and I love my siblings. So become a sibling with us. Join siblingship. Anyways, when you have siblings, farts are required and expected.
Necessity.
Do you guys want to hear like some science that I did not know?
What?
All right, so really quick, man. Okay, so when Wesley and I went to Colorado,
Who's Wesley for a new listener?
He's my husband.
Ew.
And we went to Colorado for spring break, and it was still really
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, and we had a very nice time. But we learned some science when we were there. So obviously we live in Georgia. Wesley and I live in Georgia, and that is quite an altitude difference from Colorado. Well, there was one day, actually it was 2 days, where we just couldn't stop farting. And we learned.
Sister, what are you telling people?
Listen. It is science. It is because our bodies are not attuned to that altitude. We have all those gases building up, and it just makes you do it uncontrollably.
Good for you.
I'm gonna laugh if Sarah told you that, and it's
no. She told us afterward. No.
I'm gonna laugh if that's completely made up.
Okay, it's not though. And we were like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with us?
Oh, it must have been those shrimps and fish we had. Ugh.
Not in Colorado. You don't eat those things in Colorado.
The elk that we ate. Anyways, back to episode 73 of Bump That. Thank you guys so much for listening. And here we go on with the show. So this week for the news, we've got a little bit, I'd say it's a lighter week for news. So after the news, and then we've got, Brian's got a game for us called the Situation Room for the Chunk section. So stay tuned for that. But first, Top Gun. Brian says Top Gun deserves everything it has received and should be nominated for all the technical awards at this year's Oscar. Biggest film of the year, and Tom Cruise.
He killed the dog.
Yes, that was literally us for hours in Colorado.
We're talking about Tom Cruise now, people.
Top Cruise.
Anyways, okay, so let me tell you about the experience with Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun Maverick is the best film of the year. I know Katie's gonna be like, no, Elvis was, but let me tell you, okay, Elvis is not gonna make $1 billion at the box office. There's a reason why this movie, after a month, is the biggest movie. It's why after a month, it made the same amount of money Elvis did on its opening weekend. That's because the buzz is out on Top Gun Maverick. It is an amazing film. technically it is a marvel. Forget Tom Cruise, forget everything about that. Technically, it is just an awesome film. I recommend seeing it in the theater. I saw it this weekend, had the whole theater to myself. I was the only one in there. But I was still one of the people that gave it $30 million this weekend in its fifth week. This weekend, after 5 weeks. Do you know how rare that is now? I mean, even pre-pandemic, to have a movie in its fifth week make $30 million, that's like Avatar. Blue People,
insane.
Cameron.
So
stuff.
how much is that altogether then?
So now it is $1 billion worldwide.
Oh my god!
It is the biggest movie of the year. It's even gone past the other movie behind that was Doctor Strange 2, Masters of the Multiverse, whatever. So it's made more money than that, but technically it is amazing. I recommend seeing it in a theater if you can. Because the sound is awesome.
Would you say that most critics have raved about this movie as well? It's been well received. Like
it's either been well received or highly lauded. You know,
that's good.
It's the star power of Tom Cruise. He's one of the last movie stars. He really is. That's not like a superhero. Yeah. Tom Cruise doesn't do superhero films or anything like that. It's because they put so much into this film. You can tell.
He's like the Dwayne Johnson. He's like, Dwayne is not a superhero.
Dwayne Johnson
that's actually false. That's actually false because he's going to be Black Adam.
But he hasn't been. He hasn't.
Yeah.
He's got as much star power as Dwayne.
True. I think, and here's I'm going to give Tom Cruise credit. There's actually like this YouTube video of all the things Tom Cruise does that he can do. He can fly a plane in real life. He can fly a helicopter. He can play guitar. He can do so many amazing. He can drive a motorcycle. Mm-hmm. Like if you watch the Mission Impossible films, Tom Cruise is doing all those stunts, man. For the most part, he's doing them. So the movies that Tom Cruise that he's producing, these films, they're real. They seem legit. Not the whole film. Obviously, there's a lot of CGI involved with these airplanes and doing crazy stunts, but a lot of it looks so real and you feel like you're in these amazing $1 billion cockpit, fighter jets, that it's awesome. I mean, I really recommend the film. It is an absolute thrill ride. A lot of fun, lots of emotion in it too. I mean, I know it's a great film. I highly recommend it.
Now, this is just your personal opinion that I want. And other people, leave your comment down below if you've seen both Top Gun 1 and 2. Which is better?
Top Gun 2 for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It is an excellent. I mean, it is a film that I was so close to giving it an A+. This is one of the few. I've reviewed over 300 films so far officially in my career, and only about out of 300, only maybe 10 or 12 have a perfect A+ rating. This one was so close. This one gets a solid A, not an A+, but it's a solid A. It is an absolute awesome film. Highly recommend.
That's awesome. I'm glad. Now, Katie, you've got a review for us as well. You saw Elvis yesterday? The day before?
Yeah, I saw it yesterday, and I have to be a little abject to this because I've been an Elvis fan for as long as I can remember. And so I think for this movie, I took it on a very personal level. I connected with it on a very personal level. So I'll try to be a little, fair with it. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a perfect film. In fact, when it comes to biopics, I think Rocket Man actually was better. Of recent biopics, I should say. However, Baz Luhrmann does what he does best. He really made it intense in the beginning. He just made it like where you just feel all the emotions and it gets your heart pumping, gets your blood going, and you have like the king of rock and roll and his start. Man, that was quite an opening. And it just kept going. And I was actually getting a little dizzy. Not dizzy, but I was like,
maybe overwhelmed.
There's maybe a little so, because there was a lot of dialogue. It just kept going, and there wasn't a whole lot of breathing room for the entire film. I think it was about 2 hours and 30 minutes. And it just kept going. And I think what it was trying to do is make you feel the way Elvis felt, just very overwhelmed, and just nonstop. Very colorful, flashy movie. A whole lot of fun. And for me, I left the theater just thinking, wow, man, that is sad and just amazing at the same time. So, and I think my overall thought is that it is a movie for this time right now. I think that it was made intentionally with today's era in mind, where America is just going through all this turbulence. And, how do you respond to that? Well, how did they respond to it? How did they respond to their own troubles? And it had a lot of great messages in it. They had a lot of great historical musicians, such as B.B. King and Little Richard. Amazing performances. Austin Butler was incredible. Amazing. Amazing.
He's
he was
like a no-name.
He is a no-name,
right?
but yeah, and if he does nothing else, this is his magnum opus. This is the most amazing thing that he'll ever do.
One-hit wonder.
Playing Elvis Presley. It was incredible. Which is hilarious because ironically, Tom Hanks was the worst. Every time he opened his mouth, I was like, please stop talking. Please stop talking. But
no, not Woody.
Yeah, but I told you guys, I think that's part of why I think they did that intentionally, because he was the bad guy. That's no spoiler. He's just the bad guy. But very good movie. I think it's,
if you had to give it a rating.
I would say
1 to 10, or you can give it a grade.
I would say B+. I'll be fair. It's a movie.
Good.
It's a movie that I loved. It wasn't perfect, like I said, but it moved me. It moved me.
And what makes me actually kind of sad for myself is I really don't like those types of movies, biopics. Like, I don't really care about seeing Freddie Mercury or Elton John.
Heck? It's because you're a millennial. You didn't grow up with that awesome music, man.
Perhaps. Well, but like Michael Jackson, I loved listening to Michael Jackson's music when I was a kid. Not that, it was...
They haven't done the Michael Jackson biopic, though.
But
Jackson,
they had that
the Jacksons
TV show.
doesn't count. That doesn't count because that's the Jackson 5.
But
you gotta wait till we
awesome.
do the actual Michael Jackson biopic.
But I guess I just don't care about that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
dang.
I don't know.
You don't care about America? Jeez.
I don't know. I just don't know. But no, I'm glad that you enjoyed it, and I'm glad that
Did they have him eating peanut butter and banana sandwiches?
No.
In
fact, the last part of the movie, I mean, he was very frail up until like the 70s. He was very thin because they were overworking him, and he went to the hospital several times for fatigue. So he was extremely skinny, and so
fatigue. Doesn't Elvis get really fat? I thought it was a thing.
Yes, but I'm getting there.
Doesn't he?
I'm getting there. Yes. Because eventually, that's when he starts doing the drugs, because they kept shoving them down his throat. That's part of the movie. They explain why that happened.
Pills are good.
Yeah,
yes.
So good.
This kid gets it.
Yeah, so the last part of it is actually like they flash forward to his very last concert at the International Hotel in Las Vegas. And he is fat there, and he's drinking a lot of Coca-Cola.
Dang, I want one now.
Yeah, and they did that scene so good. Man, it's like, dang.
So wait a minute. So you texted me when you were watching this movie, and you said that this is a movie that gave me a reaction like Seabiscuit did. So for the audience out there, when we were kids back in 2002, 2003, me and Katie saw Seabiscuit starring Tobey Maguire and Chris Cooper and Jeff Bridges in theaters. And we were so moved by the film that during one scene we actually stood up and applauded. We were those people that
Yeah.
actually
Oh,
applauded
like the-
in a movie
No,
theater.
the whole theater did, and with this movie,
because it was us and like people over the age of 62 that were literally in the movie
that
theater.
remembered Seabiscuit.
Yeah.
No, with Elvis, there were several parts where I just wanted to like get into it, man, because it was just
The
so
music
good.
was rocking.
Yeah, and it's just like you could feel that raw emotion. It was
Jailhouse
amazing.
Rock?
Yeah, and it's not only that; it's like
Because
you know,
he was
what are you
wiggling his
doing?
pelvis everywhere.
They
and
use
you
that
were
word a
like-
lot.
You were
They
like,
use the word wiggling.
oh man, that pelvis.
Is that how you normally react to Elvis
seeing a
wiggling his
pelvis.
Oh
pelvis?
man,
Gyrating.
do you see
No,
that gyrating pelvis?
Okay. No, I reacted that way because at the end it just leaves you on a very solemn note. You have all of this adrenaline and hype going on throughout the entire movie, and then all of a sudden it's like, and then he died, and it's like, wow,
Ew, that's not.
wow,
That's not fun.
no, and it was
John
very
Lennon
sad.
died.
I didn't know how to, I didn't know what to say or think or do. I was speechless.
But I mean, you knew it was coming. you
Yeah,
know?
but even so, it was how it was handled.
yeah.
You know, it was just very moving. So good movie.
Imagine
Well,
all the
you know who wasn't
people
frail and weak
living
like Elvis in the
for
beginning?
today. You.
Princess Leia in Obi-Wan-Kenobi. That
Mhm.
little girl deserves
Give her an
some
Emmy.
award.
Give her an Emmy. She deserves it.
Was great. If
Have you guys seen it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I love her. I think she's awesome.
She was
She's so
awesome.
funny.
Yeah.
She's so spunky that I can't help it.
When
you
she's
know?
like struggling and like fighting and
I'm only 2 episodes. No, I think I'm through 3 episodes of Obi-Wan, and I'm like, this kid is awesome.
she's a great actress.
You know,
Each
Amazing.
episode gets better and better.
Yes.
really, that's what I've heard.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
She seems very
I
strong.
want more
like
of this
Leia.
kid and seeing her toothless smile. You know, because she's like snaggletooth all
adorable.
over.
But she's got like the strength and the spunk that Leia has when she's
Yeah.
older. So it matches perfectly
I love it.
personality wise.
I love it.
And
You know
as a
exactly
little
where that came from, you know?
and as a young actress, I think she is extremely mature.
Yes.
Because I think a lot of these things are mature themes, and she's just handling
it.
them great.
I wish Brian had finished it so we could talk about that ending. Oh, man, Brian, hurry up.
Are you guys all through? Are you guys all through?
We've
There are only
Brian
like 6
finished it.
episodes.
Yeah.
I got through 3, and then I finished The Boys because
Amazon
that last
Prime.
episode came out, and it was a jawbreaker of an episode. It was insane.
Wow.
So I'm caught up with that. So I'll get caught up. We can talk about it
But
next week.
say like for how all of these Star Wars shows have been coming out, I'd have to give Obi-Wan a B-.
B minus.
Out of all of the shows that have come out, this one was not my favorite. You know? It was not my favorite. I liked it. I enjoyed it. However, the story was not as exciting as, say, like Boba Fett or Mandalorian.
Personally, for me, like all of Mandalorian is like awesome.
Yeah.
But the last episode of Boba Fett, which really doesn't even focus so much on Boba Fett, is like the best episode of these Star Wars TV shows because it had everything in there. It had everybody. It had Rancors. It had, Empire guys. It had Mandalorian.
I love the Tuskens.
It had Boba Fett. It had Tusken. So that was like the best episode of all these Star Wars shows. But so far, Obi-Wan has been. It's been really. It's been. I mean, but the thing is, Vader is what sells. I mean, that's the big.
Oh,
thing
just
about that
get
show.
ready for the last.
Yeah, get ready.
Oh, that last episode.
Oh my
was so
gosh.
good with him.
No, what got me? Dang it! I gotta look for her name. Obi-Wan.
And one thing is it James? Is James Earl Jones doing the voice of Vader?
Yes.
Or is it? It
That's
is.
what
Okay.
I heard. That's what I heard.
I
don't
didn't
quote me
check
on
the
that.
credits, and I should have.
But
But it's
No,
so awesome to
everybody-
hear Jones do the
Everybody
voice
has
of
done a
Vader.
great job coming back to their role. Like Hayden Christensen, gosh,
He was amazing.
They put some makeup on that boy to make him look young again. They tried to alter it.
They tried.
It was really cute, actually. But no, he
If
still
you're
did a
not
great
with
job.
me, you're my enemy.
But even Ewan McGregor coming back as Obi-Wan, he still has like little quirks with like his hand thing, the way he puts it up to his mouth, you know?
Yeah,
I think that's really cute.
the subtleties
So
of
no,
that,
like
yeah.
everybody returning back to their role after so many years, I think they really did a great job.
And even the new characters, Reva Savander,
yes.
played by Moses Ingram, like what a character. Like she had me on my
was
toes,
spooky.
man. I didn't know which way they were gonna go with her, and I'm glad they did her the way they did.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tala Durith, played by Indira Varma. I really liked her character too.
Oh, the one lady.
Yeah, the one lady.
The
The one lady.
No-
who
no
did that one
spoilies.
thing that one time.
Yeah, no spoilies. Yeah, great
Oh,
great
you guys
cast
gotta
and
finish
everything.
it. Finish it. It's so good. It really is
will.
good. I'm giving it a B minus, but that is in comparison to the other Star Wars shows that came out. But I'm really looking forward to watching Andor, the one that's
Andor.
coming out later, 2023,
Yeah.
I think actually. Or is it later this year? No, I can't remember. Either way, I'm excited to see that one. That one's supposed to be a big one. So, all these Star Wars shows, and they've got a ton other ones that are going to be coming out with even more stories. I'm very excited, very looking forward to them. And it's funny because I never saw myself
R2D2, The Lost Years.
the lost
Yes!
years. No,
Yes!
I want to give me a Yoda TV show. I want Yoda. I've been saying that forever. Give me a Yoda, not baby Yoda. I want like Yoda as a preteen, type of stuff. I want to see what he was
Preteen
doing
Yoda.
before. I want to see Padawan Yoda.
Wait. Preteen Yoda. Yoda, what are you doing with those cigarettes? Smoke them. I will. No, what did we tell you? Those are bad for your health. Make me. The power. I must fight.
Oh my gosh, what a little devious monster.
own life I live, I will.
Yeah, the laugh. You gotta have the laugh follow through.
My dad, you are not.
Speaking of dads, Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones 5.
Oh, nice segue.
Yes,
you
yes.
know how that's why you're my sister. You know how
Will John Williams'
Papa
last
Harrison.
film and possible Harrison Ford's last film? Do you think it could be?
So, John
And
Williams
I
said,
hate saying that sentence, actually.
yeah, I mean, it's like the sun setting on life. you know.
Yeah.
But John Williams, he's getting up there in years, and according to interviews he's been giving, I think interviews that he's been giving is that doing these scores for Star Wars and these other films. Right now, he's doing Indiana Jones 5, and it takes a long time, a lot of his time to create this music.
How old is he?
He's in his 80s.
I thought he was in his
Wow.
90s.
No
yeah,
way.
he might be pushing 90. But he wants to focus on his own personal music and orchestra, piano music that he
He's
does.
90.
Yeah.
He was born in 1932. Wow.
So, that will be a day that I know I always talk about it, the day where I won't show up to work. Yes, when John Williams dies, I will not go to work.
And Harrison Ford is 79, 1942.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So,
I know.
when Papa Ford goes, if this is Harrison Ford's fine. No, because Harrison Ford is going to be doing a TV show. He's got Yellowstone.
but
they have
his
a new
last film.
spin-off. I know, but I don't know.
It's called Black Rock.
Is that what it is for real?
No.
Oh, Because it's another spin-off of Yellowstone, the show on Paramount Plus. They're doing another one, and he's supposed to be starring in that with Helen Mirren.
Man, if Samuel L. Jackson, who's 73 years old, born in 1948, can still be making movies, Harrison Ford better freaking get his butt up in gear and be making those films. He is not that old
Listen,
yet, man.
Christopher Lee was making movies like...
Oh gosh, he was like with a cane, like
Yeah.
But he was like I mean, he was taking breaks, man. He was dying.
yeah.
Still.
But that's the thing. Like these actors, they will die. They will, take these movies to their graves.
If you see behind the scenes of Lord of the Rings with Christopher Lee, he was like complaining to Pete Jackson, like, Pete, I cannot get up the stairs with this gosh darn robe. Can somebody help Chris with the robe? Come on, Pete, I'm 80 years old. I fought in World War II, okay?
He's supposed to be this, like, scary, creature man. And he's like, I can't go up the stupid stairs.
Where's my Jell-O?
Listen, and I need another movie from Patrick Stewart to redeem himself from
He's
the
doing
Emoji
Picard.
Movie.
Picard.
Yeah, good.
Watch the Star Trek show.
Redeem himself from the freaking
And Patrick
Emoji Movie.
Stewart is 81. He was born in 1940.
Exactly.
So...
And then
he's
Ian
man.
McKellen, bro. That's almost... I mean...
He's doing his own thing, man.
We've done episodes about, like, all these old guys that we love and how sad it's going to be when they're gone.
Well, and Ian McKellen, he's doing a lot of stage performing right now.
And he's 83. He's still good. He's still young and spry.
Oh my gosh. And then he's like, screw you, lady.
You can do another Lord of the Rings movie, can't you?
Oh,
Oh my gosh, no. But it will be a
Gandalf going to the grocery store. What do you mean I can't smoke in here? I saved Middle Earth, fool.
He gets a little motorized vehicle.
I have a coupon for these grapes. These grapes are only 98 cents a pound.
Back in my day,
No.
you could get a pound of grapes
No.
for a mere few cents.
In this day and age, you can get grapes for 98 cents a pound. Now, if you're referring to the finest of Longbottom leaf, you may have to wait for that to be on sale. But that is for us to decide what to do with the time that's been given to us.
It's wonderful to see you again, Gandalf.
And you know what?
Silence.
You're
It's
full
so
of crap.
loud.
You're saying 98 cents for a pound of grapes? That is like, what, back in 2005? You want to go get a pound of grapes? It's like $1.25.
I don't understand. I said I'm using a coupon.
Wow. You're done. You're done.
Gandalf?
No. I don't know how to segue into this one. I couldn't come up with a good one. But Game of Thrones sequel shows this time Jon Snow, played by Kit Harington, will have further adventures. So is that the original Jon Snow?
Yeah, so I know you guys aren't Game of Thrones fans, but the last time we remember Jon Snow in the finale of Game of Thrones, he was heading off. He was heading off into the north after saving the world and everything. But he was condemned back into the black, to the Watch, the Night's Watch, and so he went off with the North. And last we saw him, he was up there. So we're going to be seeing more adventures.
Do you think people will actually tune in? After that season finale, the series was amazing. The series was amazing. After that series finale and how, like, what a letdown it was, do you think people will actually tune in again?
It depends, because right now there's another show, Game of Thrones show, one of their other spin-offs coming out. It's called The House of the Dragons. It's a prequel show. If that does well, if people are still engaged with the franchise, if that does well and people are watching it, people will watch Jon Snow, starring Kit Harington as Jon Snow. Yeah.
Well, everybody seemed to love his character, and they loved the episodes prior to that,
Oh, yes.
dumpster fire of a series finale. And that, I feel so bad because, a lot of my friends are like, oh, that's such a great show. You should go give it a watch, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, the only episode I have ever seen of that show was the series finale, and I watched it the same time you did, Brian.
What? Oh God! Why?
I
would
was
you
over
put
at your
yourself
house.
Through that. Oh yeah.
You don't
that's
remember that? It was
right.
like you put the girls to bed, and we are like, "Oh man, it's on! Oh crap! Oh snap!"
This is
and-
the only reason why I got HBO.
And then I watched it. I'm like, "This isn't good." And not, not to mention, I had no idea what was going on, but it just wasn't good. Like, it didn't captivate me. It didn't excite me in any way. I'm like, this is boring, actually. Like,
it was tragic.
Yeah. So I hope with, them, he was the main character, Jon
Yeah,
Snow.
for the most part.
So I
they had
hope that
bunch of them, but he was the main one.
if they, if he was a beloved character and, they're having the same actor come back, I hope that they can maybe relive some of those amazing episodes and bring back the life to the series, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, we'll see. But what is already getting good reviews and is like actually amazing is Thor: Love and Thunder.
Coming out July 8th next week.
They're saying early reviews of Thor: Love and Thunder call it hilarious, the funniest film in the MCU, and Christian Bale as creepy villain. So
yeah, are you guys is Bump that gonna be there for Love and Thunder?
Maybe.
Okay, so the one Thor Ragnarok was hilarious. So if it's funnier than that one, yeah, Bump that will be there.
Yeah, it should be pretty much Ragnarok Part 2.
Yes, then Bump that will be there to review Love and Thunder. I don't know if I'll go see it in theaters. I don't think I will.
I might.
I probably will.
I don't know. I just don't know.
It's got my girlfriend Natalie Portman in it, so I'm all about that.
Princess Leia's mom?
Yep.
Wow.
I don't remember my mom.
Actually, that's a really sweet scene in the last
yeah,
episode.
it is.
Yeah,
You
so
remind me of someone. Yes, she had your spirit.
basically.
Something
So
like that.
no, Bump that will definitely be there. I'm excited to see Christian Bale as a villain because everybody has him as the beloved Batman, the beloved. So
He's
as a
also
villain, it'd be really interesting.
John. What's Terminator guy's name? John. Ding ding
Wick?
ding ding ding. No, not John Wick. In Terminator, Katie knows. Katie, come on, help me out.
Katie, you know.
John Carter? That's not John Carter.
No.
John is such a
Oh,
common name.
Connor.
John Connor. Yes, John Connor.
He was a villain?
No, you've never
No,
seen Terminator?
No.
He played John Connor in Terminator Salvation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably have seen only few scenes here and there, not sat through the whole movie of Terminator. Ever. Or any of them.
That's sad.
Terminator
Listen,
2 is a great film.
I am trying my hardest to, one, keep up with movies, and two, go back and rewatch old movies that are adult
Dude,
films.
Terminator 2 came out like in
not like adult-
1992. Kid.
Wait, let me rephrase that. Not adult films, but like PG-13 and up films, because I always watch the Pixar, the Disney, all of my life.
Now,
And
Brian,
Oh, go ahead, Katie.
have you seen Jojo Rabbit?
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's such a good movie.
That one is on my list to watch.
It's great.
As an adult film?
It's not an adult film.
As a grown-up film?
It looks like Moonrise Kingdom, if you know what that is, but with
No.
Nazis.
Which I didn't like Moonrise Kingdom.
You didn't like Moonrise Kingdom?
No,
I
I
loved
just
Moonrise
love-
Kingdom.
I'm not a big Wes Anderson guy. I don't.
I have only seen one Wes Anderson film.
I don't like Wes Anderson.
I've seen a handful.
Wait, is that
Um,
Wes Anderson, Isle of Dogs?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is. Yeah.
And then I also saw Fantastic Mr. Fox.
yeah.
That's him too.
Yeah.
I've always seen those two. I haven't seen any other, I haven't seen any of his live action films.
You know,
Wesley and I. Go ahead, Brian.
No, go. You go first. Yeah. Go.
I was gonna say Wesley and I watched Grand Budapest Hotel, and he's like, "What is this?" He's like,
it's too poetic and too
yeah, and he's like,
outlandish for Wesley's
he's like-
poor heart.
he's just staring at it with his mouth kind of like, and then he's like, what the heck is this?
Did Wesley ever like Napoleon Dynamite or Nacho
He
Libre?
loves Napoleon. Yeah, he loves Napoleon
Okay,
Dynamite.
so he likes that humor.
He doesn't really care so much for Nacho Libre, but he loves Napoleon.
We should do eventually an episode about movies that we wanted to watch when we were young, but we couldn't.
Because we were not old enough.
We're not old enough for our mother would not allow us to. Like, I remember back in 92, 93, like, everybody in our family, even, I couldn't understand it. I just didn't understand it. Like, our cousin Will Amaro watched Terminator 2 in theaters, which is rated R, you know? And I was like, we gotta watch instead Homeward Bound. And he gets to watch
Hey, man.
I love Homeward Bound, but like, well, he's watching like the sexy Terminator 2 action film. Back then, that was the biggest movie of all time. It was the biggest
Terminator.
It was the biggest box office film. I mean, so if you were cool, you got to see Terminator 2, you know, a rated R film, even when you were 8 years old. So it was like, yeah, when, like, if back then you wanted to see an R-rated, like Predator, you know, like if you were 10 years old, it's no big deal. Yeah, you can see Predator. It's rated R. You know, it's got a lot of blood and gore and violence.
To the chopper!
Exactly. So we got to do an episode like that where you wanted to watch, like, I don't know, Clueless or something.
Well, here,
Kill
I'll
Bill.
go ahead and say that my
Bill?
My first
Yeah.
rated R film that I ever saw as a child was The Breakfast Club. That was my first rated R film ever.
What
I bet it was
age
it
did
on
you see
TV? I bet you it was
No,
on
it
TV and
wasn't.
was... No?
Mm-mm. Nope.
What
We
age?
never rented
What?
it.
How old were you see it? Like 12?
No, I saw that when we lived in North Carolina, so I was a little bitty thing still.
It's like 6 or 7?
And then we also watched Signs, also at that house.
Okay, that movie's like...
That movie has
Okay.
nothing bad. That's like a that movie.
It's scary.
There's
like
that one scene where
that movie could be PG.
The
Wait,
alien
there's-
at the birthday party.
Exactly. There's that one blink and you miss it scene of the aliens
He's
just
hiding
going from...
behind.
Yeah.
Terrifying. That literally, like, all of my childhood, I was like, are aliens real? Like, I don't know. Sometimes you look up in the sky and you see something that you can't explain, bro. And so I literally, like, went back and forth with myself as a kid.
I
No,
want to
in the
believe.
Bible, it says that we are the only humans or the only things existing of life forms. But then I'm like, but the movies are so real, and the twinkling light in the sky, I don't know what it is.
That's Saturn. You're looking at Saturn.
But then I remember it, and I'll cut this one after this, but a film that I wanted to watch as a teenager that all of my friends at church were going to go see was Skyfall, James Bond Skyfall.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
And
That
mom
was a
was
great
like,
movie.
absolutely not. You
Why
are
not?
going to see that because
I saw James
Seriously?
Bond movies when I was like
because James
Yeah.
Bond is all sexy and there's
No,
like,
listen,
no women
when-
stuff.
When we were goodness, in the era of the 64, the Nintendo 64, we had been watching James Bond movies for years, and then we were playing the video games. Give me a break.
But the films always have the sexy ladies, and there's
So we
always
had been
some-
watching the movies.
Okay, well, I don't know. Mom didn't want me to grow up or
Man,
something.
when it came to Skyfall, I'll never forget that because it was one Christmas where you guys went to Florida and Brian was in Minnesota and Wesley was with his family. I was in college and I had to work at Walmart. I could not take off. And so I had nothing to do. My roommates were gone. So I went and saw a double feature of Skyfall and The Hobbit. I was in the theaters
For like 6 hours.
hours.
Oh my
Dang.
Yeah. Just
How many pee
Skyfall
breaks
and The
did you take?
Hobbit. I don't know. But I
How
was
many
like,
bags of popcorn did you consume?
I don't know.
Oh my lord. But anyways, that will conclude the news segment. Perhaps eventually we'll make an episode where, gosh darn it, Mom, why didn't you let me see this movie when I was a kid? You know?
Wait,
Maybe we'll
Ileana,
do.
did you happen to see the mini Nintendo Direct this week?
No, I didn't watch the direct, but I got glimpses of it from other YouTubers, basically.
It was actually pretty good. Not, I'll keep it short, but you and I have been wanting to see. You and I have been wanting to play Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
Yes.
That looks really, really good. And they did. Do you remember, like, over the weekend I was telling you, yeah, I really hope they announce Persona? They announced 3 Persona games.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it. I'm ready.
I'm kind of like, because I don't like Persona. Or not that I don't like Persona. I don't care, I guess. So
Yeah.
I'm happy for those people. Also, Nier Automata is coming to Switch, so that's great for those people who like.
Is
that
it
game.
Nier Automata or Nier Automata?
Automata.
Okay.
Automata.
I don't know. Automata. I don't know.
So that's other great news, and then Blanc. People are excited about that one. Blanc. I don't know.
Yeah, that looks super cute.
It does. So
super cute.
There's all that stuff. So that mini showcase had some exciting things, but I'm bored. I don't want another mini showcase. Show me something good, Nintendo. Give me a real
Well, I mean, all things considered, it was a pretty good one. I was very skeptical.
Give me a real direct. I want a real one.
I thought it was pretty good.
E3, what the heck are you doing? Show me Breath of the Wild.
Nintendo
Breath of the Wild too.
And E3 is not. E3 usually takes place in June. They're not doing it.
June's almost over. Give it to us tomorrow. Drop it.
Right.
Drop it. Like a dog. Drop
Bayonetta 3. Give me Bayonetta.
Anyways, out of the news segment, and we're into the chunk zone. Brian, you've got a situation room game for us. Care to explain?
Long time ago.
Oh, sorry. All right, so we got a game for you guys. I was about to do it again. Let's see. All right, situation room. So what's going to happen is I'm going to give you guys a situation and a couple of multiple choice questions, kind of a choose your own adventure sort of thing. But you guys have to decide what would be your best outlet to deal with this situation or problem that you guys are going to be facing. Okay? Yes, question over there.
No, I'm just dancing.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. Okay.
The things
And
that
so-
the people don't get to see, that we're staring at each other on Discord, because they just get to see the still image of us. And Katie's working out sometimes. She's like lifting weights, and I'm over here like woo-hoo, dancing.
And me, I'm taking it all off.
No, Brian picks his
Ew.
nose.
Jeez, Louise.
On with the
dumb.
game.
Anyways, so yeah, I'll give you guys a situation, the situation room, and you guys have to figure out what you want to do. And as in per this podcast, there will be pop culture references and characters, people that can assist you in your situation. So here we go. Your first situation. So you guys are on a road trip with your friends. Maybe like the Sogi or
Shout out to Sogi and Megan. Shout out to Sarah Dunn.
Yeah, you guys are on your road trips there, driving a little VW bug or something like that.
What the heck?
My dream car as a child.
When all of a sudden, some strange things happen to me. No, you guys get a flat tire and you're stranded on the road in the middle of nowhere. And you have enough cell service and battery to call one person to help you. So you got to break this down. I'm going to give you the options. Who do you call? Okay, who's on your call list there to help you? Do you call Toph Bei Fong, Dewey Finn from School of Rock, or do you call Mickey Mouse to come help you out?
Can I give my answer already?
Go for it.
Okay, I am picking Mickey Mouse.
Me too.
Yes!
Why?
Okay, so here is why. If you have ever watched It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, come inside, it's fun inside. MICKEY MOUSE. Yes, that's me! Because in that episode, or in that show, every episode, Mickey Mouse has an option of 3 mouse-skatools. So he's got a mouse-skatool to fix my flat. He's got a screwdriver for when, something is not working properly on the road. He's got a brand new tire for when something's not working on the road. And he's got, one of those maybe like little pumpy things that like pumps the tire up. So he's got every single
Pump it
mouse control.
louder! Pump it louder!
Like,
Pump it louder!
My first thought was definitely Toph Bayfong, because I'm like, oh, she can
No.
just earthbend me out of here. But no, Mickey Mouse with a mouse tool with a Noodle or Toodles. That's his name, Toodles. Yes.
So for me, it's process of elimination. It couldn't possibly be Toph Beifong because she's blind. She makes it very listen.
Come
no.
on.
Listen to me. She makes it very clear she cannot see, and so she shouldn't be driving anything. She would tell you straight to your face. She'd be like, "Well, what do you want me to do about it?" Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
let the blind girl drive.
exactly. She would say straight up just like that. And it's nothing nasty. It's nothing against her. It's just that's what she would say. So, Dewey
That's
Finn...
why you gotta teach her.
What? No!
She has
Well,
other
well,
senses.
no.
It's an emergency.
She can earthbend you out of the situation. Remember when she like rides her little feet thing?
Yeah,
How's she gonna earthbend
Yeah, but-
you out though?
Yeah,
You're just stranded on
we're
the
just
side of the road.
Exactly. We're just stuck
literally
there.
like propel a rock under your car to make it fly in the direction that you want it to go.
No.
Well,
Eyewitness
land
news: the car
properly?
was flying
Probably
in the
not.
sky today,
Yeah.
killing
So-
20 innocent people.
Oh my
Right.
gosh.
My cabbages! Exactly. So, Dewey Finn, he's a bum.
He's utterly useless.
Yeah, he's got that sweet van of his, but he's also got like...
He'd entertain
Yeah.
you.
Ah!
Yeah, but he won't have any room for me in it because he's carting around like 6 children and like 9 guitars and a drum set.
Whoa.
So
Well, that sounds kind of creepy when you put it.
Yeah.
Well,
what the
I
heck,
mean,
man?
Carting around
Watch
6
the movie.
children. All of
That's
your
what he's
children
literally
are
doing.
missing.
I've
Yeah,
touched
exactly.
your children, and
Yeah.
I'm sure they've touched me.
Yeah.
Ew.
Oh my god. So, okay, and there was an episode of Mickey Mouse, like that newer Mickey Mouse show, where it looks really weird and crazy. There's that one episode where he's driving his jalopy car and it breaks down, and Goofy is there to fix it with his bone. It's like a skeleton Goofy, like a zombie Goofy. And so you know that he's, whatever happens. Yeah, so
Oh my.
yeah, so I picked Mickey Mouse.
All right.
There is
Pretty
no
good.
right or wrong question, right or wrong answer. So all right,
Clearly,
Mickey Mouse.
it's all preference.
Okay. Next situation. I hope you guys get free from you're not stuck on the road. Oh, Harry! Harry!
Oh my.
Okay. Next situation. You guys come home after your trip, and when you open the door, you find that there is blood everywhere. Blood in the living room,
Oh,
blood in
no.
the hallways, blood on the walls.
That doesn't sound good.
And then when you get into the kitchen, you see that your significant other, Hunter, or Wesley, is all tied up and gagged.
Whoa.
Who do you call to figure out the situation? Is it Charizard, Super
You mean
Mario,
Charizard? The Pokemon?
the dragon from Pokemon?
Charizard.
I said Charizard.
Charizard!
There's a D at the end.
Yes, it's not Charizard, it's Charizard.
All right, I'm gonna make a suggestion.
Okay, no, not Charizard. It's
Yeah, it's Charizard.
No one
Charizard
pronounces it like
is
that.
a much better name than Charizard.
You might be right.
I am
Oh
right.
my gosh. Okay.
Charizard.
You guys have ruined Pokemon forever. All right, I mean, Charizard sounds like some sort of leafy green vegetable. So go with
Like a
Charizard.
kale.
There is a leafy green vegetable called char.
Exactly. So go with Charizard. Yeah.
Oh.
Why does it sound Russian?
Go eat your Napa cabbage, okay?
Charizard. I have no money for groceries this week.
Super Mario,
Jeez.
or Steve-O from Jackass.
Oh.
Why are we always talking about Jackass? That's what I want to know. How does it always come up?
Because those guys are heroes. True Americans.
So should I pick them to investigate why Hunter is gagged?
All right, so I'm gonna start. I'm actually gonna call Charizard.
Charizard doesn't exist. We said his name is Charizard.
What I wish Brian had chosen instead of Charizard was Dragonite.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because he's so dope looking.
I should have said like Psyduck or something.
Psyduck. Oh my gosh.
No, Psyduck.
Get your Pokedex out.
He needs a Rotom Dex.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
So
all right, so
picking Charizard.
Yeah, because I feel like Steve-O would see this as an opportunity to prank him. Like, hey man, he's tied up and gagged. Let's throw him in a porta potty and slingshot him. You know?
Let's put crabs in his pants.
Ooh, let's make him snort wasabi paste. You know,
let's set his butthole on fire.
Better yet, let's stick a firecracker up it and watch him dance.
So now I'm trying to imagine your guys' husband and future husband with firecrackers in their penises.
Buttocks.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure Hunter is very appreciative of a firecracker up his butt.
Yeah, so, oh my. So, Super Mario, you know, he could probably do it, but it wouldn't be as fun, so I'd pick Charizard.
Hunter just looked over at me like, what the heck are you guys talking about? No, I'm gonna pick Super Mario. Because here's the deal. Mario, if you ever watch Terminal Montage's videos, Mario,
woo-hoo.
Yeah, he can, you know, he breaks the game. He speed runs everything. He also might have a demon trapped inside of him. That's another story for another day. But what he can do is he probably could go back in time somehow through his speedrunning capabilities and find out what happened in the crime scene. So I'm going to say Super Mario.
I am already 5 parallel universes ahead of you.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know how much I want a crazy guy like Mario to be behind this investigation, but you know, push comes to shove. I don't have
Poosh.
I don't have Basil to help me from the Great Mouse Detective, so second best is Super Mario, of course. And that's what I've got to say about that. Katie picked Charizard. He can't even talk.
He doesn't need to talk.
She's fire, and he's like pointing, kind of, maybe with a hand.
All right, final situation.
The situation room.
The situation room. Okay, you guys are on vacation. All right, well, let's say you guys are vacationing in the Maldives. Okay, the Maldives Islands. All right, you guys are throwing an epic blowout party.
Woo!
You guys really need someone to bring that wild and crazy feeling to the festivities. Otherwise, all the A-listers aren't going to show up, okay? And you want the A-listers to show up to this party, okay? This party's got to be legendary. People are going to be talking about it for years to come, all right? Who is the main party animal that you're going to invite to kickstart this party until it goes into the wee hours, okay? This ain't no 8 p.m. party. This is, 6 a.m. the next morning kind of party, okay?
Everyone's wasted on cake and punch.
Yes. Healthy stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's so healthy. Sugar.
All right. Do you guys invite Mr. Krabs from the Krusty Krab? Stitch from Lilo and Stitch?
What the heck?
Or do you invite Chucky Finster?
Sorry, that was Mario.
Yeah, he definitely has a demon inside of him.
Mhm.
Mr. Krabs, Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. Isn't the little girl Stitch? Yeah. And then Chucky Finster.
The little girl is Lilo.
Oh, no.
I think he's messing with us.
I have some questions.
I am. Yeah.
Okay, but it's still Stitch?
Yeah.
Not Lilo?
No, Stitch, the
blue monster.
No, the kid with the black hair.
That's Lilo!
I thought Lilo was the blue
No!
thing.
You gotta be joking. You're joshing me, aren't you?
You're joshing me. Stop joshing. Yeah, no, Stitch, the blue alien guy.
Okay, the alien.
Yeah.
Katie, you go first.
I'm gonna go with Mr. Krabs.
Why?
Why? Okay, that one episode where he's hanging out.
It's Coral. It's loose.
No, not that one. Not that one at all. Where he hangs out with Patrick and SpongeBob all night, and they're like, "Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? I'm feeling a warm spot. Sorry." Yeah, he's definitely down to party. He's down for a panty raid even.
He said they're lame.
Yeah, because they were lame.
He wanted to go
Party.
Panty raiding.
Did you say panty raid? You mean rummaging through a girl's dresser for their trousers?
For their underwear.
Oh, yeah. Well, count me in.
So, Mr. Krabs is a dirty old man. I thought you want to get this party crunk, bro.
Debauchery.
He did. Yeah, he would want a party. That's all that he wanted to do.
Yeah, but you don't want your A-listers to go in there. Mr. Krabs is like, "Hello, ladies."
Well, he'd certainly keep it interesting. And he was all about that board game too. When it was the flying it was the Flying Dutchman board game, and I'm all about board games.
Man, we're trying to get this party crazy, bro. This party's gotta be a rager. You're talking about board games.
I like board games.
The jellyfish from or well, also Mr. Krabs is stealing their jelly and listening to that song.
Yeah.
Krabs is an old man. It's okay, Pops. We'll get you there safe.
No, I'm going to pick Stitch. Not Lilo, Stitch. Not Chunky Finster, because he is literally like,
hey, he's a nice kid, not Chunky Finster.
Tommy. No. Give that guy a tissue. Blow his nose. Get him out of here. His fingers are probably yucky.
His bedtime is like 6:30 p.m.
Do you remember the party that Stitch threw on the beach playing Elvis music?
You're the devil in disguise.
That was a party. They were all getting it until someone had to take a picture of him. And then he was like...
Yeah.
So, we'll say no phones off the get-go. Do not bring your phones. No cell, no flash photography.
Get a babysitter.
Get a babysitter. Take a picture of that octopus. I swear I will remove your fingers from the premises. So, no flash photography, but Stitch will throw a rockin' party. He will get all those A-list celebrities on the dance floor. The party will last until 6 a.m. the next day.
Jumba's there.
Yeah.
And Blickley. Yeah, Blickley, that's it.
Jamba Juice?
Jamba Juice. Brian, who would you have picked? I know you're the host of this game, but who would you have picked? You're not Mr. Krabs.
Here's the thing. I would have picked Chucky Finster. I'm going to tell you why, okay?
Liar.
No, here's the thing. Let me tell you about Chucky Finster, okay? Inside, that guy, he's so sheltered, so repressed inside, that dude has got a party animal waiting to blow. Okay, let me tell you.
A baby's gotta do what a baby's gotta do.
He's literally 2 years old. Like, what party animal are you talking about? What repression?
Let me tell you something. Okay.
Oh my God.
This kid is so organized and so strict. He's never cut loose in his life. I watched an episode where he got so upset with Tommy Pickles because Tommy didn't put the blocks in a certain way and shape. And
man, that's right. Yeah.
And so Tommy kicked the box of blocks. And Chucky lost it. He was like, what the heck? You don't even care. You don't even care that my blocks are all scattered all over the place. So let me tell you something. Inside, Chucky is ready to blow. That kid needs to let off some steam. So I'm telling you, you get Chucky out there, and he is going to let loose in a way that you've never seen before. You can be like, that is a wild man out there, bro. He already's got the crazy red hair. Let this kid... explode.
He needs to let off some steam at a party. But I don't think he'll be the life of the party.
No, but he's such a ladies' man, too. Everybody knows that Chucky Finster. I'm serious. Megan! Okay, trust me. Chucky Finster.
Oh my...
What the heck reference was that?
Look,
I know exactly what he's talking about.
Look, here's the thing. Girls like Chucky Finster because he is a pushover. He's a little squirmy little runt. And girls like that. Girls like a guy that they can put under the thumb and just kind of squish. I'm serious.
That's a generalization.
Whoa.
And so girls see that Chucky is like that. He'll do whatever they want. And Chucky is there to serve. And Chucky will just go loose and just do whatever the ladies say. And next thing you know, it's bonkers town.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
You just keep telling yourself that. Yeah.
Wait, I'm not Chucky. I'm trying to help up my boy Chucky Finster over here.
I think he's gonna ruin the party, man. He's gonna be like, go, and the party's ruined. No one wants to be around. Go.
Listen, and then he's gonna be pooping everywhere. He's that guy at a party that poops everywhere when he's 5 inches away from the toilet. Like that
Not
one
true.
episode.
Not true.
Like that one episode.
Not true. He knows how to handle himself. He's
no,
like,
he doesn't.
Like, well, I gotta go.
No, he doesn't.
They're gonna call him Yucky Chucky.
Wait, what? Wait a minute.
You invited Yucky Chucky? Bruh. What?
Yeah, because this party is about to get dirty, bro. Yeah.
With feces. About to Amber Heard this bad boy up.
Anyway.
Finster.
No, I'm talking about...
More like, finish her.
More like... Never mind. Insert bad word here.
What was...
Yucky
remember,
Chucky.
Stu
like
called
Yucky
Chucky something when they were like giving him dap for going in the potty. He's like, way to go, Chucky. You little party animal there or something.
Oh
you
my gosh.
Cool animal.
No. No.
Aunt Dee, I had an accident. Oh, Stu, another one. Not again.
Here's what Chucky will do. He's like the life of the party at that moment at the pool party. And then Chucky has an accident, a number 2 accident, and has to get everyone out of the pool.
Hey, who threw Snickers bars in the pool
those
again?
ain't Snickers bars. That's Yucky Chucky back at it again, leaving all his little doo-doos around.
Wait a minute. I think this is Almond Joy. Let me check.
And then they have to get everybody out of the water. The party is ruined.
Oh my gosh.
Case closed. Stitch from Lilo and Stitch is the best choice.
Mr. Krabs.
Hands down. All right.
Mr. Krabs.
And with that,
that will conclude this week's episode of Bump That. If you made it this far into the episode and you're not a sibling, what are you doing? Become a sibling, guy or girl, or thing, whatever you call yourself. I don't know.
Don't be a Timmy Tantrum.
Become a sibling and subscribe to Bump That. Also, if you enjoyed this week's episode, please leave us a like and maybe
join
a
the
comment.
Siblings.
Yes. Maybe a comment down below of some of the choices. Would you have chose Toph Beifong, Dewey Finn from School of Rock, or Mickey Mouse? Let us know down in the comments below. We would love to hear what you have to say. So, that will conclude this week's episode. We've got Brian in this corner.
And then he killed the dog.
We've got KT in this corner.
Santa Claus is a fake! Run for your lives!
Oh my gosh. And I'm Ileana, your host, signing off on yet another episode of Bump That. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you in next week's episode. Bye-bye.
Bum,